We had some green clouds over the borough earlier today, shot by our director Nick just over to the north and west of our parking lot, headed over Bedford Park. They showed up on radar, but not where you'd think. I'll explain with the full details and tell you how the rest of this afternoon looks after that stormy midday. Stick around, full details in 2 minutes.
Time to check back in with meteorologist Mike Vivetta over at the Weather Center. Mike, boy, did I have a wet walk over to my car into the newsroom today.
It was a nasty midday.
Awful.
Yeah, really, a lot of lightning too.
Yeah,
with this. I mean,
stuff.
When we have our shift change around 1 o'clock here at News 12, the directors, the reporters, they're telling me they're coming in. They see the lightning strikes. They're coming in with soaking wet feet, and yet that storm popped up right over the Meadowlands in New Jersey at around 12:30 and slowly meandered over the Bronx. We knew there'd be some storms on the way this afternoon, but this early was a bit unexpected. Also considering how there's so many more storms behind it as the storms changed direction midday. They were heading down to the south and east, and now they're slowly drifting their way eastward. Something interesting, I showed you before, the green in the cloud showing the hail, and that's what you see here with the bright shade of pink as a wet hailstone reflects all that radar energy right back to the radar, and so it shows up as a very vibrant color. But those hailstones, they were doing the little refraction that typically happens when you shine light or even, put your hand in water and look at it sideways. It's known as a hail tail. The radar picked it up very well, saying that the storm would be passing over to the Bronx, working its way eastward, but the radar interpretation showed the hail over where it actually happened, over in Williamsbridge and right over toward Bedford Park. So it's known as a hail tail because here's the hail, but yet on radar, the radar beam is deflected down, so it looked like it was hailing over Yankee Stadium. Hail size came in, according to the radar estimate, at just over 1 inch, which is about the size of a quarter. So quite a bit of wet weather there. Even though a lot of that melted on its way to the ground, it still gave us quite a bit of rainfall. And yet, look at all this rain that's still to come. Slowly meandering eastward. Say goodbye to that sunshine we had earlier today. It's going to remain quite wet and muggy and soupy as this storm eventually works its way slowly eastward. What does that mean for tomorrow? Well, I still think we'll start off tomorrow with some wet weather. There could be some residual flooding even from this evening's commute lasting into tomorrow morning. By Friday, that's when we really clear it out. The weather changes for the better, and we look great leading into the upcoming holiday weekend. Saturday, Sunday, I think Monday is a really good looking day as well, with Tuesday and Wednesday beginning to cool things down. So Alicia, if you're waiting for that autumnal feel, if you wait until Tuesday, it's looking quite nice. We're going to have another check of your forecast on the Tuesday in less than 10 minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mike.
And it's actually data from the National Weather Service. Obviously, our own National Weather Service office was very busy dealing with the storm. They are still busy out assessing the damage because they also have to gather the data and the information to see how costly it was. They're the organization that works with FEMA that comes up with a cost and a price tag for the storm. So our forecasting friends down in Huntsville, Alabama, all the way in the southern region, they have put together a little informational slide. And this is a good idea to share because I wanted to basically tell you how meteorologists behind the scenes were preparing for the storm, analyzing, the 20 different computer models. You saw those various curved lines days prior to the storm, and how the National Hurricane Center, the official government agency, comes together and gives us that information and makes a forecast. So here we go with basically the history of the storm. You see the lines here, the green one showing the past track of the storm, and the purple one showing 5 days out where they think the track would go. Notice, 5 days out, you have the storm passing within 30 miles of the actual point of impact, which was the star. We'll switch on over to this side, and here we are. 5 days ago, that's 120 hours, and again, weather speak, the landfall was forecast within 30 miles of the actual location. So that was the forecasted landfall 5 days out. That would have been on Wednesday, and there's the purple line. The red line, this is interesting to note how far meteorology has come. If we were using 1990s technology, the red line would have been the landfall, basically anywhere from Boston down to that would be North Carolina. So quite a props to the Weather Service, who really did a great job in forecasting the exact landfall point so many days ahead of time. And that also is testament to how much lead time we had. Matt, we knew the power of this storm pretty much down to the hour 4 days out.
Got it. All right, Mike, thank you so much for that. We will see you back in a little bit. by, and apparently that smoke, Mike, could be seen for miles and miles.
Absolutely. It's creating, Matt, what's called a pyrocumulus cloud.
Wow.
So pyro, meaning pyrotechnics, relating to fire. Yeah. As this smoke billows higher and higher into the atmosphere, it's meeting air that, well, fire typically doesn't meet at those elevations and altitudes, and that's why you see that cloud almost forming. Wow. Higher in the sky. Many people posting that they're seeing it from miles away. We've got Ellen who says she can see the smoke from the City Island Bridge because it's a very clear day. We had clear skies this morning, light winds, and we have other people that are posting that unfortunately grandmother's grocery store was there, and she's saying it's gone. I wanted to show you the evolution of that, how this morning we had quite a bit of smoke on the scene, and then our chopper pilot as well as the photographer Jesse flying but staying a good distance away from the smoke there. They're up in Chopper 12. This fire was also caught on weather radar. This is not typically a radar I show on TV, but that gray you see there in the outline of the borough, I tweeted this out so you can follow the link. That is the smoke from the fire seen all the way from Long Island, the east end of Long Island, where our weather radar sits. Calm breezes right now helping the fire situation as temperatures warm due to a very clear sky. Lots of sunshine today. We will stay rather mild and turn milder as the afternoon goes along. So weather-wise, it's actually quite clear, and we'll stay nice and dry with that light breeze throughout the afternoon. As high temperatures today go, we will warm into the low 70s, even out toward Throgs Neck. We'll tell you about a little bit of a cool breeze coming in for tonight and what else you can expect with the forecast. That's coming up on the 2s, Matt, in less than 10 minutes.
Time now for weather on the 2s. We're going to go back to that fire, actually, because Mike, you're saying that it might actually change the forecast today? It
is for the Bronx. This is some pretty fascinating stuff. This fire is so big over in the Wakefield section. Before, if you're watching earlier, I mentioned how just around sunrise, the fire was being capped, the smoke rather, was being capped in the lower levels of the atmosphere. And as the sunshine warms the atmosphere, that layer expands. Well, now we're at the midday, layers expanding so much that David sent us these pictures from Kingsbridge Heights. Look at the clouds that are being created in the top of the tropopause, really, almost where the planes fly. These are pyrocumulus clouds that are really only created by this fire and will essentially make our weather forecast today a little different. It was supposed to be a mostly sunny day, but now, in fact, with that big fire and the smoke spewing out, creating some clouds, and could be a thick deck of clouds by the afternoon, we got to go partly sunny. So allergy sufferers still have it rough over in the tree department. Now, as for grasses, they all remain high weeds on the low side. Forecast, again, was supposed to be mostly sunny, but there will be more clouds developing as that fire keeps burning through. We showed you the active fire scene earlier today, and as fire crews keep working on it, it'll lower our temperatures because now, with the sunshine being reflected right off of those clouds, well, we're not going to warm as quickly. I think maybe only reaching 70, and it's just a partly sunny afternoon with a lot of haze and a lot of smoke in your neighborhood. We're having reports of this smoke being, smelled from miles away. You can see it, obviously, from many miles away as well. Winds are light, and that's why the smoke is rising steadily in just the center of the borough, so it's not really going to affect many of the other surrounding counties or neighborhoods. As for tonight, weather begins to change. A cool front slips in from the north and east. That's why you see the clouds developing up by Eastchester, and it sets up the shop for a pretty fine day tomorrow. Still sunny, but back to cooler weather. We'll climb to 69 as the afternoon high. Saturday and Sunday looking gorgeous. I think it's going to stay in the upper 60s, low 70s right through Monday and Tuesday.
Look at that weekend.
Yeah, our next shot for rain isn't until May 8th, so you can mark your calendars there. At least a week away.
Looking gorge.
Yep.
All right, Mike, thank you very much.
Alicia, if you woke up this morning, went outside to your car, and saw this, what would you do? Say forget it and go back to bed? Well, not our News 12 producer. We'll explain, give you the forecast, and we've got more of your pictures coming up and show you what happened with her car. That's in 2 minutes.
Turn over now to meteorologist Mike Vivetta. Mike is out there with Michelle,
yes,
the woman of the morning.
I'm telling you, tiny but mighty. Look, Michelle, how did you do this?
It took some work. I've got some muscles.
Yeah, okay, so let's step off. We're going to show you the picture now. This is the picture of the car that was buried. Now, you actually were able to take care of the shoveling. And how long did it take you? How long did it take you?
Just over an hour, but I did have to take a couple of breaks.
Okay.
My fingers got numb and cold, so I sat in the car and warmed up and then got back to it. And Got it done.
Nice job. High
Michelle's
five.
car
Awesome.
10 times worse
Thank
than
you.
That's
mine.
right. That's right. All right. Thank you, Michelle. Well, if you're out today, yeah, it is going to be later tonight, the Leonid meteor shower taking place, and as the Earth passes through the trail of an ancient comet, you'll get to see these showers after the midnight hour if you look eastward. So here's the app, this is the sky, and by the way, that yellow dotted line you see there, that's the direction and the path of the sun tomorrow. So pretty much where the sun rose this morning, you'll be able to see it. This is the constellation Leo, and if you look toward the head, right there where that blue word says Leonids, you can sort of make out the little shooting stars that the app puts in there, kind of simulating the look of that shower tonight. So you can check it out, and even though it'll be hard to take pictures, I'm sure some photo enthusiasts may be able to get a shot. Guaranteed between 20 to 30 meteors per hour, so those are some pretty good odds.
And our viewers have been sending in their video and pictures of that tornado and the damage it left behind. News 12 meteorologist Mike Favetta takes a look.
Countless videos have gone viral of the tornado that hit Brooklyn. Look at this video posted on MyCam as viewer M. Milazzo shows the downpours that hit Coney Island. Then moments later, Iggy on the Sea Queen, the boating excursion that goes out from Sheepshead Bay, takes this picture of the waterspout forming over the Atlantic just before it hits Breezy Point. Choice words describe this next viewer's enthusiasm as he chases the storm.
Tornado, New York!
Minutes later, the storm passes right over the Belt Parkway. The tornadoes left threatening clouds, lots of damage. Firefighters cleaned up these trees along East 71st Street, and one branch went right through this car's windshield on Avenue X in Bergen Beach. It was a taste of extreme weather here in Brooklyn, all caught on camera. For News 12, I'm Mike Favetta.
Well, keep it coming, Brooklyn. Post your comments about the tornado on our Facebook page. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, too. Tweet your pics to us at News 12 BK.